All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the dance. No man, man, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve for the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash.
Big numbers, 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Gun.
Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashaad Penny. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready?
Mike 37. Try to do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Get it.
37's the Mike. Mike 37.
Ready?
Take me to it.
Sheds off the tackle, and he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Steps away to his left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down, Panthers.
Ready? Ready?
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Watch the edge.
Great.
Newton on first down. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Switch.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, and an alley to run. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
On first down, it's Watson. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Check, 59.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards, a 1st down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Watson now to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. From the gun, here's Watson. Throw left side, completes a QT. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the screen. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Gun.
55. Check. 55. Mike. It's just me and you. It's just me.
Newton now to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, able to record his 5th sack of the season. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Watch the shape. Watch the ship.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. It's taken to the 26. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. And tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, two teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September. Watson on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. From the 50, it's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball, at least a touchdown, Carolina! Corey Grant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points. And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And now out comes Houston. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that?
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Mario Addison showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To try again after the sack. Watson, and he'll find QT on the right side complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now a first down throw, Watson. A quick hitter, complete. It's Fuller. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, it's Watson. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Montez Sweat coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Off of play action, it's Watson. They'll roll him out right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing is Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Yeah, Greg Olsen's back for his 13th NFL season. The last 9 have been in a Panthers uniform. Only 9 games for him a year ago, 7 the season before due to injuries. But when healthy, a 1,000-yard receiver in 2014, 15, and 16.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. After the run, Newton going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run with Miller, and he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now Watson's throw is taken in by QT. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Luke Kuechly gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
You can't stop me.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now it's Watson. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw on second and 10. Newton eluding the pressure right. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Ready? Check 55 to Mike. I'm trying to collect. Ready?
Off play action. Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A final shot before the break. Watson, he sets to fire deep. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at their own 23. They'll start on the ground with Cannon. Touchdown, Houston. Trenton Cannon, 77 yards. And the Texans have retaken the lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Everyone, 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Everyone's 20. What you got, Heavy? Give me something.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Penny. He'll have a first down past the 40. Cuts it out to the sideline. A terrific run there by Penny. 59 yards for him on the ground. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
Check safety, check safety. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Penny, a first down carry. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now Rashad Penny. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
2nd and goal from the 1.
He's checking crack.
Penny will try to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 21. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Watson off play action. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now Watson. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Quit talking about it.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Panthers have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Newton rolling to his right. And this is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
You like to get tired of seeing this. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Let's go, defense. defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
20.
Check 24.
From the 50, Newton. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
8.
Wide, get wide.
Great.
From the 31, Newton. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Play action. It's Newton. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down again. Jadeveon Clowney make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Will Fuller was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
Reset. 19. 59. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing again is Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's Watson. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. Corey Grant with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6.
Motion, motion, bump, 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 bump. 55. Down and go.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now left side on the swing pass. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Back to throw, Watson. Got an open man, it's QT. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Newton. They set up the screen to Penny. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Gun, gun. You. Watch twit. Watch the game.
Back to throw, Newton. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
3rd and long, it's Newton. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 30, 10, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Rashad Penny, 83 yards. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, here's Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. On first down, Watson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Watson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. The former Pro Bowler Glover Quinn there making the play.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Check 15, check 15. Check 31, check 31.
They begin with a run by Penny. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Newton to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now. He'll boot it away from... And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move. But oftentimes, it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Let's go.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive can take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run for it with Penny. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They keep it with Penny on 1st down. They find some open field here. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
Check, 59.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Watson down to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. One last throw here for Watson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Carolina, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what?